Liverpool Football Club had a historic season, lifting the Premier League trophy, or the league title, some people call it, for the 20th time, matching Manchester United, but also going ahead of them, as per usual, with more trophies in the cabinet than any other English team. And while we had some outstanding performers, we also had some performers that didn't necessarily hit the heights. So we're going to sit back, we're going to relax. We're Premier League champions, but we're going to delve into a player rating show for the season of 24-25. Sit back, let's get into it.
Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish. I want to dance. Let me show you how.
Campione.
For a minute, I was like, what? All I heard was, and then I was like, what?
Cal, go like this for a second. See the tan line, Matt. Cal's moving mad with Sam Verts now, you know. Man's leaving the house about his wedding ring and all sorts.
No, it's still there. If you go close, you'll still see it.
No, we're not buying that.
I told you.
We're not buying that, bro.
Man's like, we signed Florin and the curse is over. You think I'm letting anyone tie down now?
Things don't change, man.
When the beard gets activated, don't be upset if I don't come home. That's what it is. But no, boys, had a fantastic season, obviously lifting the Premier League trophy. Some players had a great season, others didn't. Look, let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. We're going to start with goalkeepers, and we have to start with the one that only, Alisson Becker. If you were to give him a ranking out of 10, Drift, what would it be?
Are you going to shout at me for being biased, or can I just go for it?
It depends how crazy you're going to be.
Just be realistic, bro.
10.
Again, let's be realistic, bro.
Based on the games he played, I know he missed games, but based on the games he played, he had one half dodgy game out of about 30. He was immaculate this season. He was immaculate. I don't ever remember ever having any worry about Ali really this season. Do you lot? I think his lowest rating would be like 7 or 8, and that was because he didn't do anything in the game, not because he was crap. It's just because he didn't have to do anything in the game.
He went for a little spell. This is it. Again, I'm just gonna say this and gonna leave it here. He went for a little spell where certain people were saying maybe he shouldn't be starting, maybe Kelleher should. I wasn't one of those people.
Wasn't that more on Kelleher performing well rather than Ali playing bad?
When he came back from his injury, for example, the Man United game, everyone was crashing out on him for the goals he conceded.
Maybe my memory's not remembering the bad times. All right, taking your word for it, I'll go 9 then. I'll go 9.
I would go 9. I think he's been amazing, but you have to talk about his availability as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, come on, Matt. Don't do that. We don't need to go there.
No, we have to.
No, but we have to, though, innit? Because if
I
not,
mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to go there.
No, you're not wrong. But you didn't have to say it. I mean, good lord. But, yeah, do you know what it is, bro? He, for me, is still the best goalkeeper in the world. The only even slight that the reason why I'm not giving him like a 10 is literally because of his availability. And there was a slight indifferent form, but it was literally like 3 games. And people started going mad and questioning him. And it was like, are you stupid? But again, I just think he proved himself. And look at the PSG game. No other goalkeeper is doing that, in my opinion. Like, I just genuinely don't think so.
Apart from Donnarumma, who kind of did the same against us.
That is kind of true.
To be fair, Courtois is possibly capable.
Yeah, do you know what? Shout out to you saying that, Drift. Real Madrid didn't have a good season. I think people slept on Courtois this season. even though we beat them 2-0 at Anfield, he still had a fantastic game, you know.
Yeah.
It was cold.
Who did they get knocked out to even against Arsenal? Couldn't have done anything about the goals.
Yeah. But
And
Courtois was cold though.
Courtois is brilliant, man. Courtois
One of the best. If
Yeah.
Alisson is, if you don't think Alisson's the best,
second best in my opinion in the world.
yeah, it's only Courtois.
When we look back on this last decade or two, in about 30 years' time,
It's him and
it'll be
Alisson.
Czech,
Mhm.
Courtois, Ali, Neuer, Oblak, De Gea.
To Stegen, maybe.
Maybe to Stegen. I'll say to Stegen.
Ter Stegen kind of going downhill, but Ter Stegen was in his.
I don't know, you know, bro. I watch some Barca games and he's still pulling off worldies.
Nah. There's a reason why they're buying a new goalkeeper, bro.
Yeah. Also, Leno.
He's getting on a bit, but did you see him in the Germany game the other day, guys? He was brilliant in the Germany game.
Yeah, I saw that game. But
don't forget about Leno as well. Don't forget about Leno as well, because he come in to rival Alisson, innit? So about so what are we saying? 9 for Ali, yeah?
I'm saying 9 for Ali still.
Yeah, I'm going 9 as well. Okay. Kelleher.
Kelleher gets a 10. Impeccable. We didn't even realize Ali was gone, and apart from one mistake against Newcastle, he didn't do anything wrong.
No,
I don't think the game against Newcastle. I'd arguably say all three got. I'd say Isak's. The more I see Isak's goal, the more I think, okay, maybe you can't save that because he hit it with so much venom. But the other 2 goals are definitely were avoidable. But you were crashing out on him for the goal in the Carabao Cup final as well, Jeff. The header.
Yeah,
I did. I thought it was a perfect header. I actually didn't fault Kelleher at all for that. I thought it was just a perfect header.
Yeah.
But a lot of people weren't happy about it.
Okay. Now, when you're reminding me of things, it's coming back to me. So yeah, you're right. But still, man, he was impeccable. I like 1 moment and a half of a game can't bring down the score from how impeccable he was for the rest of the time. Surely, he was brilliant this season, man.
He was. I just don't know if he was better than Alisson this season. So I'm going actually a 9 as well.
Ooh, but he played less games. But
for me, Alisson, like
9.5 then. 9.5 for Kelleher then.
I don't think either were better than the other. I thought they were
both. No. Alisson was better. It's just that
I don't know, Matt. I think Drift's got a point, to be honest, in terms of played less games, but I thought they were equal.
Bro, as great as Kelleher is, we knew that when we had Alisson, it was different. I'm going to remind you once again, Kelleher's not doing that against PSG, bro. He's not doing that.
But Matt, you're judging. That's unfair. You're judging him against
all right, you said errors. I'm thinking of the errors, yeah. The Newcastle one. There was another one where there was like some shot, and I was like, Kelleher's got to do better.
He's just got a bit of a Newcastle thing then. If it's a header in the final and then
there was something else.
I will switch the narrative though. Real Madrid 1-0 up, concede a penalty. Mbappe steps up. He says, "No, I'm good.
I'm good." And he played well in the Carling Cup as well. Cal got us to the final of the Carabao Cup as well with some of his performances.
All right, the easiest reader.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but what was the best goalkeeping performance of the season?
That was Alisson.
Well, it's PSG,
quite clear, innit? There's no debate, right?
Yeah. But
you're forgetting about the beginning of the season when there were times when teams were getting 1-on-1 and Alisson was making big boy saves. Like, I don't think you. I think
let me put it in perspective, bro. God forbid Mo was missing for 3 months like Ali was.
Yeah.
If Chiesa had stepped in so well that we didn't even miss Mo, what would you have said?
No, you can't cheat. No, but you're choosing a narrative.
No, because Kelleher came in was so good, man.
Yeah, but Kelleher's not Chiesa,
Ali was injured sometimes.
Yeah, but you can't pick Chiesa. First of all, Kelleher's consistent and he's always ready.
No, I'm just saying how
Chiesa couldn't even get past Plymouth.
No, I'm saying
can't use that, brother.
How impressed would you be with Chiesa if he just stepped in for 3 months and we didn't even really miss Mo? That's what I'm saying.
I know, but that's a made-up scenario. That's not realistic.
Well, Kelleher one ain't. We didn't miss
Ali, bro. Let's get back to it. What are we saying?
I'm going 9.5.
I'm going 9. I don't think he was better. No, for me, he wasn't better than Alisson.
I've got 9 as well. I think he was on par. I think he was on par.
I still think I was still
Have you eaten?
Have you eaten?
I have, yeah.
You're eating now, I can tell.
Yeah.
See, there we go. I'm all right. I got my apple juice. I'm good, bro.
No, but you seem a bit grumpy, so I'm just asking whether you've eaten.
But I'm just bringing context.
Nah, I think 9's fair, personally. Not going to do Yaros's because he only played, I think, a couple of minutes at Palace.
Oh,
when
yeah, the
Alisson
one
got
game.
He was
innit?
good though.
Yeah. He was good, but we can't judge a season on that.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Right back. Look, I hate to do it. Trent.
I leave this one up to you lot to go.
Very,
Let's-
very
All right,
indifferent.
before we do this one,
Okay.
I know how we feel about him as a person. We know how we feel about his decision. Let's just be
objective and talk
Let's
about the
be
player. That's what I'm
objective about
doing.
the
This is what I'm doing. All right, so arguably the worst defensive performance of the season. That
Not
goes to
arguably.
him.
arguably, definitely was.
All right.
Like,
Yeah, it was.
that was about as clear cut as a bad.
Yeah, man
defensive
stood
move.
around and just watched what was happening. We're watching
Virgil was
like,
going to
the fire
strangle him
burn.
like Homer. Virgil was gonna strangle him like Homer
When I
used to
see
strangle
Virgil
Bart.
do Trent, for F's sake, man. When I see Virgil do that, I was like, yeah, Virgil's crashing out. However, what Trent has done from an offensive point of view, again, like, is ridiculous. Some of the stuff he's done is you can't even deny. Like, it's just greatness. But defensively, here's the killer with Trent. It is very, very mixed. He had some moments where he was actually better than what you think, and there were some moments when he was absolutely tragic. I think a lot of that was to do with speculation.
Tragic.
well.
You know?
No,
No,
it
he's
was. The
right,
Man
though.
United form was tragic.
No, but if you deep the word, it's actually so descriptive of that.
Yeah, bro.
No, bro.
That Man United one,
That's
imagine.
one of the worst performances
It's like
I've seen in my life.
seeing. All right, do you know what it was like? It was like there was an apocalypse happening, and you just stood still while everyone else is just getting eaten by the zombies. You just stood there. Your brethren or your family's next to you. You just stood there and watched it all happen.
like
That's
the
what Trent-
pad disconnect.
Yeah, bro. He just don't you remember when he just stood there, like, and it's like he was bamboozled, like he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. The way Bruno Fernandes played that 1-2 rounding was embarrassing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go with this.
I'm taking off 5 points just for that.
I can't forget about his attacking prowess, though. All right, I'm gonna go. Oh, this is gonna be content. All right, 6.5 for Trent. I'm going 6.5 for Trent. You know, I do think. And for actually, you know what?
It's higher than 6.5.
It is. You know, the thing is, Trent, from an attacking point of view, was stupid. Defensively, he was good, but there were moments when he was like terrible.
Can I bring you a couple of games?
Go on.
Chelsea at home.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Arguably his best defensive performance in the Liverpool shirt in his career.
Who is he up against?
He was up against Madueke, Neto, and Nkunku. And he locked all three of them up.
Nah, he played well in that game. He was serious in that game.
I want to bring you back to the West Ham game where he plays that ball along the floor, which was unreal. The Man City game where he pays a pass through to Salah before Salah does the jinky and gets the assist for Gakpo. The last ball through of the season for Nunes, which is an outrageous pass. But yes, again, the Arsenal performance away from home, for example, was a mixed one because Konate had to pretty much play right back, but he also got the pass that opened up the game for Nunes to get the assist for Salah. If I'm going to be honest and be objective, I'd give Trent a 7 for the season.
Yeah, it probably.
I just looked up how long a rat lives for, and it said 2 years. So I'm going to give him a 2.
Come on, Driftman.
That's crazy.
Can I just say something? On the Trent? Can I just say something?
Man's
on the
declaring
Trent,
how long someone lives.
on the Trent thing, can I just say one thing on the Trent
Right.
thing? I won't speak about it again. Everyone crashed out on Ashley Cole until the full story came out. Everyone crashed out on Adebayor when he celebrated in front of the Arsenal fans until the full story came out.
Cal, we're not doing that, brother.
I'm not doing anything. But, brother, am I lying? Them man called him Cashley Cole and all those things. David Dean came out and apologized years later, said it was his fault. Just saying.
Yeah. But this is different, though, because Ashley Cole agreed a fee and then they changed it on him, which is really bad business. Trent never accepted. He just wanted to go. It's not nothing can ever come out that's going to make Trent look like the good
If he
guy.
wanted to go, he wanted to go, innit? It's his life. It's his
He just wanted to go, Cal. There's
If he
nothing
wanted
that's
to
going to
go,
make him ever look like a good
Just
guy.
saying,
He wanted to
there's
go,
more
innit?
to the story sometimes than we.
I'm
believe.
gonna
No,
give.
I agree with that. Though. There is.
If I'm being objective,
I'm gonna say.
and
7.
ironically, the longest living ever rat in human history is 7 years. I'll give him a 7.
I think 7's fair. Connor Bradley.
Do you know
I'll
what?
give him a 7 as well. To be fair,
Yeah.
No, I disagree.
yeah.
You think he was better than good?
Based on the fact he had some tremendous games and then a couple of average games, I'm just gonna go somewhere in the middle.
He had a couple of weird,
Yeah,
not weird
Real
games,
Madrid
but
game. Real Madrid game was fantastic.
yeah, I ain't gonna say.
But I mean, some of the other games, like
the
Brighton in the
greatest,
Carabao
innit?
Cup, Ajingra
Yeah.
kind of ate him alive, and like he had
I'm
some
still,
very
I'm still
good
gonna
games.
say he was good. I'm gonna.
Conor
say,
Bradley was good though when you consider that
He's not as good as Trent this season. He hasn't been.
No,
it's a smaller sample size, which makes it different, don't it?
It's like a
No, but
6.5 or a 7 in
Yeah.
my opinion. I
Yeah,
think
I'd
they're
probably-
about.
I'd go 6.5 or 6 for Conor Bradley.
I've been outvoted.
What did you say, Drift? 7?
7.
Or what did you say, Matt?
It's kind of a similar scenario to Kelleher, but I think the sample size is smaller.
Yeah, he didn't make that many appearances. I think it was only
Yeah.
like.
Do you know what?
Only 3 of them were starts or something like that.
Maybe 6, but ever so slightly, but very, very close to Trent, though. I'll be real. Very, very close.
I think Conor Bradley sees a lot more pitch time than people think. Don't think Frimpong's coming in to just throw him out the team, you know.
No, not at all.
No, there'll be a battle.
I think it'll be horses for courses. I think it will depend who we're playing.
There'll be a battle, 100%.
Right, the right backs. Let's move over to the other side. Robbo.
I don't want you lot to shout at me. I'm just going to say the number, then you lot do your thing. I actually think that there's a little bit of an unfair bias on Robbo for the mistakes he's made. I think they're standing out in people's minds. I think he had way more average to good games than he had terrible games. From what I remember, I'm actually going to give Robbo a 6.5 or a 7. I actually think Robbo was a lot better than people gave him credit for this season. Yes, he made some blunders. Yes, he made some blunders, but he wasn't anywhere near as bad as people said he was.
Hey, Drift, I'm not gonna
So
lie, fam. What's in them them edibles, bro? I can't lie, bro. What did I just hear? Did I hear 6.5?
6.5 or 7, did you say, Drew?
Yeah. If you forced me to pick one, I'd pick 6.5. But
then shut the fuck up in 2024. You sound dumb.
He was a lot. You know what? If anybody actually has the time to go through every player rating, I bet you any money I'm on the money.
Again! You fucking idiots!
Drew, you don't. You don't believe that. There's no way you're giving. There's no way you're putting him on a level with Trent. No way, Drew. Okay, 7.
Honestly, you genuinely believe that he was a 6.5 or 7 when you consider what we've given the others, like in your.
But Robbo had a lot of good games. He had some terrible ones, yes, but he had a lot of good ones. People just forget he had good games because there's like this thing with him now where people don't want to give him credit. I don't know. It's weird to me. I remember a lot of times finishing and be like, "Hey, Robbo was all right today, still 6 or 6." Like he weren't always getting 4s and 3s. He wasn't. It was just like Fulham. Oh, he was terrible. Yeah, got sent off. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, so you look.
Matt, what's your rating then, Matt?
It's either a 4 or 5, but I think 4's maybe a bit too harsh. I think 5 because I think there were games when he was good, but there were some games where he was like way below par. And it's just unfortunate that one of our legends is on his way out kind of thing. Not saying that he can't play a couple of games here or there, but he's not an automatic starter anymore. And you saw it more so this season. So I'm probably going to say 5, if I'm being honest, bro. I'm going to go 5.
I would have gone 4. So we'll meet in the middle at 5.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to lie. I think Robbo got some legend bias there. I'm not going to lie.
It's a beautiful day.
We're going to find out how much of that legend bias comes in now, because what are we saying for Tsimikas?
I'm going 6. It was better than Robbo.
Do you know what? I'd probably say Tsimikas was the same as Robbo, just played less games. Probably say a 6 as well, yeah.
Bro, okay.
I don't think Tsimikas was terrible.
Tsimikas was better than Robbo. Do you know what it is?
No, but
This
he had
is
a way
big-
smaller sample size. See, that's not fair. So when it was Kelleher and it was Bradley,
Griff, but
it was,
sometimes
I
you
didn't
know,
play as many and rare.
Griff.
But now you're doing the reverse opposite.
this is you right now with Robbo.
We cannot replace him. We cannot.
I hear it.
Maybe
I hear it.
maybe my love for Robbo Pause is a little bit more than everyone else. I don't know, but I don't think Robbo was that bad.
I think he was.
There's a reason
And-
we finished the season and we're screaming that we need to sign a left back.
Yeah, because a 6 or a 7 out of 10 for the season is below Liverpool standard. I agree with
We
that.
weren't screaming about Conor Bradley. Look at Conor Bradley's rating. If Trent had stayed, we wouldn't be screaming for a right back.
No, but that was because he's young and he's obviously got potential. There's circumstances.
point,
lack
it's not
of
the point,
rhythm,
though.
etc.
No, but when
young
you
or
go into
not.
them
If
territories,
he wasn't good enough,
yeah.
we'd be screaming we need a right back. If Trent
And to
wasn't
be
good
honest,
enough-
Cal, loads of people think he isn't good enough to start. I do see a
No,
lot of people in our fan
no.
base say Bradley ain't good enough to start.
No, now that Trent, my premise is if Trent stayed and signed a new contract, none of us would be sitting there saying we need to sign a right back. We'd be sitting there saying,
Yeah, because he's a backup. Because Bradley's but you lot agree Robbo can be backup, right? You lot don't think Robbo's so bad that he can't be the backup, right? If we get Kirkes,
if it was up to me, I would sell both. I know there's a
bro.
lot to do.
Oh shit!
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. The left back situation.
No wedding ring cows are savage.
Do you know what it is? There were certain times in certain games where we used to say Tsimikas should start and Tsimikas would do the exact same thing as Robbo. It was copy and paste. And it was like,
6.5.
no, but there's still, what it is, Robbo has more outstanding moments that I remember that are more negative than Tsimikas. It's only like half a
He
mark,
played
if
like
anything.
4 times as many games, bro.
I hear
I
that.
don't
So-
think Tsimikas played many games this season. You know?
Saka was half injured and bodied Robbo. What did it?
Because it's horrible. I know,
Yeah,
it's horrible.
but that was one moment. But Cal,
Man, the way came made him do a spin and Rooney.
It weren't one moment. Them man had to triple up on Saka because Robbo weren't about it.
no, but
You
Mad
had
the
to
way-
help, bro.
that
Mad
was
the
one of
way,
his bad games. Yeah, that was one of his
mad
bad
the
games.
way K Drift dealt with Robbo bad. Mad
Yeah,
the
but
way-
Matt's made you lot think Madueke's crap. Madueke
No.
ain't crap.
I've never
I
once
can't
said
make
Madueke-
anyone do anything, bro. What are you
I've never
talking
once
about?
said Madueke's crap. But Drift, we've never sat here and said Madueke's a bad boy. We've never done
Have
it.
you ever thought to yourself he's a
not,
problem?
No, he's not a bad.
Right.
But the sun shines on
No,
the
but
dog's
is he?
ass
No, but
Sunday.
you would never sit there and go,
Sunshine
he's
keeps
a
on shining on-
problem.
All right. Tyler Diblin bodied Robbo as well.
Oh, don't.
No, that's not true. He had a good game, but he didn't body him.
Drifty bodied Robbo at their ground, bro.
So what's your rating, Cal, for Robbo?
My Robbo rating was 4.
He said 4. I said 5. and
Oh,
my
fuck it, 4.
My Tsimikas rating was 3.
Raw. You think 3 for Tsimikas?
Tsimikas had a terrible season.
It's a beautiful day. Damn.
Wow.
Name me four-
You're
name
being
me-
very hard.
No. All right, this is why. When we speak about Trent and Bradley, we could go through and name about 4 or 5 moments easily for them two. Allison and Kelleher, we could easily name 10 moments. Name me.
No, but bro,
three-
you're just
Wait,
playing
wait.
consistently okay.
No. Name me 3 good moments Tsimikas or Robbo had. Go.
What,
Well,
Tsimikas?
Rob, There were plenty of times when Robbo was putting in good crosses during games.
Matt's looking up to the skies. The answers ain't there, bro.
Simicast's set pieces.
Am I not allowed to think, bro?
Simicast's
thinking
set
about
pieces
what
are very good.
bro.
Whenever he plays, he does well with his set pieces.
Hold on, who played against Crystal Palace? Was it Simicast or Robbo?
What when Gakpo laid it off for Cody?
Yeah,
Simicast. That's one.
I knew it.
When Gakpo laid it off for Cody.
Serious bad boy game. No, that was a good game from Simicast, though. All
No, it
jokes
was.
aside.
You talking
No,
about
I'm laughing at Cal saying when Gakpo laid it off for Cody.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was my bad.
For the same player. It's crazy.
You talk about
himself.
If you talk about
Yeah.
Simicast's set pieces, he registered 2 assists in all competitions all season.
No, but he was still having really good corners and crosses, even if people aren't getting on the end.
Delivery
of it,
was good, bro.
Come on, still good delivery.
All right,
You're
Matt,
gonna say
hold on, Matt. You've named one. Have you got 2 more?
Trying to
Robbo was good against Real Madrid.
He gave away a penalty in that game.
No, come on, man. You know that wasn't a penalty. The referee was on one.
Oh my
Drift.
That was soft as baby shit.
Guys, we're
Come
gonna
on,
get
man.
stuck on this. Let's just.
And you can give away a penalty and have a good game.
That was the second penalty he gave away in the space of 3 or 4 days, I believe.
Yeah, and it was the only penalties he gave away all season.
And back to back is crazy. Back to back.
No. The Real Madrid game wasn't after the Fulham game. We weren't back.
No, it wasn't the Fulham game. He gave a penalty against against Southampton, if I'm not mistaken.
No, we didn't.
We
They
beat
just scored an
Southampton
open play goal, didn't they?
No,
I don't
think
remember
they
them
scored
scoring
a
a
penalty as
penalty.
well.
What, the 3-1 we ended up beating them 3-1?
I don't remember Southampton scoring a
3-2.
penalty.
I
don't think they got a penalty, Carl. I just think it was an open play goal.
All right, keep on talking, guys. I'm gonna find it.
I thought I can't.
Look, I'm not going
I
to
don't remember
argue
Southampton.
anymore about the two of them. I'm just going to go 6 and then leave it.
Yeah, same. No, 5. I'm gonna get same as Robbo.
You're giving him a 5, yeah?
Yeah, same as Robbo. Both of them 5. Very
Okay.
average. Probably
So-
jot them both down to a 4, really, but it don't really matter.
Where's Simicast? There he is. Cool. Virgil. The game was 3-1, by the way, and it wasn't a penalty. I think they might have saved a penalty then.
I don't think they got a penalty in that game, bro. Did they?
He must
Yeah,
have gave
'cause-
something. I'm pretty sure he gave something away in that.
No, he gave away. No, Johnny, you're thinking of the red
didn't,
card against Fulham, and then you're thinking of the penalty against Real Madrid, and you're just kind of like merging the two.
Nah, he did something in that game.
No, Robert's only given.
Now we're just trying to remember his mistakes. Like,
Yeah, like, I think Robert only gave away 1 penalty. I think.
Right, I'm looking at the wrong game. One sec.
Man's
when
really
it
trying to
comes
find-
to Virgil,
no. I was right. No, I wasn't.
Oh, say it again, Carl.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
Man's really trying to find that
But
parking ticket.
we did win the game 3-2. It wasn't 3-1. It was 3-2 at their place.
Okay.
Oh, is it 3-2? Okay. For Virgil, I'm going 10.
Yeah, that Virgil elite, bro.
I'm actually tempted to go Alcantara. I think there was one game Virgil was a little bit disappointing, and it was
Nah,
after
do
we
you know
already
what?
won the league.
There was another game. No. There was another game.
Was there an important game that he played? poorly?
Yeah, that's the thing. You wouldn't make. I guess you wouldn't really see it as important because I think this was after we won the league. But Virgil was just moving.
I remember him being a bit dodgy off, but I'm not judging anyone after we.
Yeah,
won the
we
league.
kept saying Virgil's not putting no pressure on the ball. You know,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
Virgil
I'm
does
not-
this.
Before we won the league, I think
Yeah.
he's borderline in Alcantara.
Do you know what? I think we should give him Alcantara. You know,
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I think we should give him Alcantara. I think you're right, bro. I think you're right. Yeah, Alcantara. Yeah.
The aura that man had on the parade bus was insane. Like, it was actually insane. It was just different level aura. It was crazy.
Virgil deserves this, man. He deserves that rating. I can't even lie, bro.
Apart from attackers, guys, can you remember a player that's ever had this much aura? I know we used to laugh at the aura thing, but
Maldini had aura.
Yeah, Maldini definitely had aura.
There's a few players that had aura. And whether they had aura and they lived up to it is another thing, but
Even
Stam had aura.
You just about Stam.
Stam had
Yeah.
aura.
Stam had aura.
Yeah.
You know what? Even though Maldini's one of the greatest, I'm trying to remember if he
Rio
had
had
that.
aura.
Do you know what? Can I be honest? Even Vidic had a bit aura until he met Torres. If we're keeping it a buck,
Yeah.
no,
Vidic never had aura, bro.
no,
He
do you know
did.
he kind of did, you know, bro? It's you're just remembering what happened
Vidic
after
never
that.
had aura, man.
Drift,
Vidic was
I
good, but
promise
he never
you.
had aura, man.
Drift, I promise you, up until he met Torres, no, everyone was saying you can't get past Vidic.
No,
Everyone,
he didn't have aura.
you can't get past him.
No, bro. For you to have aura, it means people are scared to take you on. So I agree with Stam.
They were.
No one was afraid to take on Vidic. Come on, man. Bro, I can show you a clip of Colton Cole making.
Yes,
Vidic look
this
like
was
Vidic.
Arsenal was you're doing revision. I know what you're doing. I remember that as well.
And
This
when
was
the man
after
first came in for about half a season or about
Drift,
a
that
season,
was, you know what
he was
season that
terrible
was?
as well. Vidic was good, but he never had no aura. Anyway, I'm not going to argue.
Alright,
Vidic never had aura. I'm sorry, he didn't.
All
Right, Konate, what we saying? Let's start
9.5.
speeding through these guys.
9.5.
I'll go 8.5 for Ibu across the whole season.
9.5 for me. 8.5 is kind of mad, Drew.
Yeah, it is.
No, because there were some sketchy moments with him here and there.
There was also a large portion of the season where people were saying he was as good as Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, I know.
He was. There were games in that he was better than him in as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the PR.
But there was still some games where like Ibu. And if we're gonna do the whole mistake thing, there was a couple times Ibu did some really silly things and gave away. Like, remember when it was like, Ibu, why are you just standing there for and just let the guy run past? We did that twice this season.
Yeah, you're right.
But
And they
Virgil's
scored
done that
from
as
it.
well, though.
I was gonna say.
Virgil never stood there and let someone score. When did he do that?
Drift, man.
What, before we won the league?
Yes.
What game? Remind me. What game did he do that?
So the game against Man United, I think was it the second goal? I think people were saying Virgil was very static.
No, but he didn't do the whole. You know, remember when Ibu just like stands there and it's like Ibu.
I tell you what game Virgil got away with.
What did Isak do to Virgil?
He didn't really do much to him. He kind of turned and then shot. Man.
Virgil done this sidestep, and that's all. What's that gonna do?
I don't think
he tried to use his aura defending.
No,
man
that
don't
was
see it sometimes.
No. I think you're
going.
going too far there, bro.
Well,
No.
in the Man City game at home,
Stood off him.
the game at home against Man City, he made a terrible mistake, but got bailed out by the goalkeeper.
Yes, he did.
No, but it wasn't a malfunction mistake. Like Ibu did, like the pad disconnect.
Bro, there was one where the ball got played to. Remember,
Drift.
There's
It's probably
another
one
one.
of the worst defensive mistakes all season. It's just that he got away with it because we didn't concede.
yeah, if we can see this,
It was
problem.
really
I remember
bad.
it. All right, look.
But yeah,
I'm not gonna
Ibu
argue with you,
9.5.
Ibis-
I'm
Kwanzaa.
surprised Matt never said 10 for Ibu.
No, because like I said, I'm biased, innit? I'm biased. I'm objective.
I know you're biased. That's what I'm saying.
I'm objective, innit? Who's sorry? Kwanzaa. Oh boy, Drift, you might want to go first on this one, mate.
There's rumors that Leverkusen want him on loan or maybe even a permanent. You know,
They better remember how they negotiated with us.
He had that horrible start, but then from the halfway mark onwards, I thought he was all right. I'm gonna go 6 for Kwanzaa. I thought he kind of picked it up a bit in the second half of the season whenever he was asked to play. First half of the season was a little confidence was low. I'll go 6. I think he was all right.
It's 5 for me.
For the first game of the season, he didn't see no game time
He
until
did see game time. He just didn't perform very well in those game times. He played against Brighton in the Carabao and had to be hooked because he was at fault for 2 goals.
I wasn't even going to bring that up, but yeah.
But remember, he came at the end of the season when he was coming on at right back and stuff like that, and he was playing well.
Yeah, that redeemed
I
him.
say,
That's what-
he was average. He was average. He didn't start the season well at all, but I say he clawed it back to an average season.
5 for Kwanzaa.
He did claw it back, to be fair.
Does Gomez even get a rating, guys?
Brother got injured from Plymouth and we didn't see him again.
No,
got
but I
injured
think he
before.
still played about 10 games, you know.
I don't know if he did.
I
don't
think
know.
he did. I think we went through this.
I'm gonna
before.
say 7 or something.
Let me see.
I don't even know, man.
So he played 9 matches in the featured in 9 matches in the Prem, 3 matches in the Carabao, 4 in the Champions League.
Yeah, look, he made 17 appearances.
Okay, it's more than what I
How many
expected.
minutes,
I was
though?
thinking 7 Prem.
Yeah, it's only just under 900 minutes, so he didn't play a lot of minutes, but he still made 17
It's the appearances, but the minutes kind of show you that he was literally just.
He played all right when he did play, though. He played all right. No, don't you remember? He was in good form until he pulled his hamstring.
Yeah, before the West, because he pulled his hamstring against West Ham, he was in good form. He was
in good form.
I'll go 5.5 for Gomez. It's the availability.
He got re-injured against Plymouth, innit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 6.5 for Gomez.
I'm going 5 for Joey. I'm going 5.
You say 6.5, Drift?
Yeah, I remember him actually playing really well before he pulled his hamstring.
Man said, I'm biased, you know.
Come on, Drift, man.
Drift's got his
Gomez was better than Bradley when he played. Gomez never had any poor games this season.
Gomez was not better than Bradley. Bro.
What bad game did Gomez have this season? He didn't have any bad
games. Name me a performance that was better than Bradley versus Real Madrid.
Yeah, but that is like one standout moment for Bradley against a consistent level of
game, bro.
Bob Gomez is lucky getting a 5. Big up Joe Gomez, but
I just remember Gomez playing well before he pulled his hamstring.
So you said 6.5, Drift. Matt, what you said?
I said 5.
I said 5.5, so we land on a 5.5.
You don't remember we won the league, right? Because you lot are giving a lot of our players like really average ratings.
We won the league, Drift, but a lot of these players only
were average. Some of these players were average. Some of them were average. Just because you win the league doesn't mean everyone's brilliant. You might win a game 4-0, but doesn't mean everyone plays brilliant in the game.
Yeah, but across the whole season, pretty much
your team. If you're the one that says if you concede a certain amount of goals, no matter who plays the defense, are all getting a certain number. Which is it, bro?
No, that's only when I'm just being angry in the moment, not like generally speaking. If I'm angry in the moment, like, no, fuck all these man, they're letting go. But like, if we're actually having a proper conversation, then I'm not going to be like that.
So moving to midfield now. Mac.
Slow start, but was serious. I'd say couple months in, he was actually ridiculous. McAllister. The only thing you know. All right, let me not even. All right, cool. For Mac, I'm going to give him a 9. I'm going 9 for McAllister.
9 for me as well.
I'm going 9.
Oh, I'd have gone 9.5 for McAllister.
He was excellent.
I
don't blame him for his slow start. I think he was tired.
Gravenberch.
I'd put him right next to McAllister with a 9 as well.
I'm going to go higher for Grab. I think he was better than Mac.
Of course you are.
No, but you see where the bias is coming in, you know, Matt, because let's be honest.
How was it biased?
The end of the season for Gravenberch wasn't good, but you're not going to factor that in, are you?
You just gave Gomez a 6.5 and you expect me to hear what you're saying.
But it's based on when he played.
All right, hear what I'm saying. Then,
you know what I mean? It's just
you don't even know the rating I'm going to give. I just said that I think he was better than Mac.
10 minutes. We say we're just rating him on 10 minutes. We're not rating him against the whole game, right?
Drift, for my ratings, I've been very unbiased, even in regards to Robbo, who you want to somehow.
Well, maybe you've been saving up your bias for this moment then.
Nope. What I'm going to say is this. I'm keeping it 100 throughout this whole show. I think Gravenberch was a bit better than McAllister. I'm going 9.5 for Gravenberch. He was better, in my opinion. People want to talk about Gravenberch fell off rare to tear. Okay, cool. But when McAllister wasn't doing what he was doing at the beginning of the season, Gravenberch was doing that. Not only that, Gravenberch...
It didn't last as long, though.
And not only that, Gravenberch, the system was built around him.
That doesn't mean
he was
from
integral.
About February onwards, he was
integral.
I'm going to go 9 for the exact reason you just gave, Matt. When McAllister wasn't at his best, I thought Gravenberch was at his best. And when McAllister was at his best, I think Gravenberch wasn't at his best. I think them two complemented each other perfect this season, but I don't think either of them were better than the other. I think Mac had a slow start to the season. I think Grav had a slow end to the season. So for that, I'm going 9.
Very, very fair and balanced. I agree. And if you
There's
add
always gonna be-
Florian,
there's always gonna
maybe
be
they-
biased
maybe
against Grav. I
maybe
don't
they're
know
both
why.
good at the same time for the whole time. Eh?
Gravenberch was a little bit better, man. I think.
Jones.
7. He was good.
Yeah, I'll go. I was literally just gonna say a nice steady 7 for Jones.
Yeah, I'm good with Jones being a 7 as well. And
I think
No.
you was about to say Endo,
Was you about to say Endo, Kel?
but you kind of lagged.
You
oh,
glitched.
I glitched. Sorry, yeah, Endo,
Yeah.
Endo, yeah, Endo.
Endo. Again, can I say my rating without being shouted at?
Are you going to be biased again?
Be objective, Drift.
He's going to
And
be
be
biased again. And this
Basing
is
it
what I'm
on the
talking
fact that he just
here
came
we go.
into every game and helped close out the game.
I'm ready
I'm
for
not
it.
basing it on 90 minutes because he didn't barely ever play 90 minutes, right? But the couple of times he played 90 minutes, he was man of the match. And then them coming on in the last 10, 15 minutes of games helping close out, I'm giving Endo an 8. He didn't
But
put
what
foot
he-
wrong all season. He did
But you're
not put a
changing the
foot wrong all
parameters, though,
season.
how you're rating someone compared to everybody else throughout the
No,
season.
I'm
'Cause
not.
you're picking moments.
I did the same with Bradley. Bradley never played that many games, but when I remember him playing, he was good in the games I remember.
Okay.
I did the same with Gomez. What he did when I remember him playing, he was good. So I'm doing the same thing, bro.
I'll be honest, I'm actually with Drift here, Matt. Can't lie to you, bro. It's an 8.
You
for
think
me.
Endo was an 8?
For the games he played and the minutes he played, yeah. I can only judge him on what he's played, right? And it wasn't like he was unavailable through injury. He was unavailable to the team because Slot wouldn't play him.
No, I understand that.
And if we're going to be honest, in hindsight, Slot maybe had played him a bit more throughout the season. We may have won more trophies because Gravenberch and McAllister might have been a bit more fresh as well.
I was going to say 7. I thought he was good, didn't it? I thought Endo was good.
It's an 8 then.
Yeah, you guys win, man. It's an 8.
Look how upset that is.
No, I just said you guys. I don't understand, like. Don't mind, man. You're really too much into it, man. You're really too much into it, bro.
All right, let's go Elliot now.
Okay,
Oh,
started
Elliot
the
barely
season
played,
with an injury,
man.
hardly played, didn't really contribute nowhere near as much as the season before. I'm gonna be real. And it was a 4 or 5 best. I'll go 5.
That's 5 for me.
Yeah, I'm
Say
gonna go
5.
5. I don't think he played poorly
At
many
best.
times when he did play. So, but he barely played, so I'm gonna go 5.
Brother got beaten up by part-timers, man.
Yeah, he got.
No,
roughed
but
up
I
by
still
Plymouth.
remember his assist for in the cup final, his winning goal against PSG away. Like he still has some moments in the
He
season.
did.
Mm.
All right, moving to the attack. We have to start. In fact, sorry, Szoboszlai.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting to see what you lot give him, considering what you gave Endo. I'll let you lot go first.
It's easy for me.
I'm gonna go.
8.5 for me.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna go 8.5 for him as well.
So you lot are only saying, I'm gonna make this clear to
Matt,
you.
you keep forgetting it's based
No,
on
no,
when they
I'm just
played.
asking
You're doing
a
too much
question.
with your like
Going off
overthinking.
this
Let
player
Matt
ratings.
land. Let Matt land because we might
Going
have
off
to
these
read
player ratings. Going off these player ratings. We are literally giving Szoboszlai half a mark more than Endo. Now they both had different roles, yeah. But Szoboszlai was a mainstay throughout the whole season. You want to speak Drift? You was the first person the other day talking about the dog work on the right hand side to cover Salah, not only cover Trent. His assist and GA went up this year as well. I can't lie, guys. He is actually a 9.
No, but Matt, what you're failing to remember is this is the same thing we do when like someone will come on for 10 minutes and we'll only just judge them on their 10 minutes in a match. You're looking at Endo with an 8 and thinking, how can it own it? Because he didn't contribute as much as Sobo. But
Forget
we can only
Endo.
judge
You're
Endo when
underrating
Endo
what he's
played, though. Do you get what I mean? And when
Forget Endo.
played, that was the level he played.
All right, take away Endo. Think about it. Was he just as integral as the other midfielders, in your opinion?
He was, but Matt, I'm going to throw a question back to you then, bro. Was he only 0.5 less good than McAllister? No.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you do think that?
Probably, yeah.
I
When
love
when you
but-
think about in totality, like here's the thing, because McAllister stands out with his goals, and don't get me wrong, McAllister has them performances that really stand out because he's like in the middle of the game. There are times when Soboslai's work does get underappreciated. Even I know that at times.
I say this as well, but I just
Do you know what
don't
I'm
think
saying?
he's
Like,
McAllister's
because
level.
in my mind,
work
he's
rate
playing
is
the 10,
underappreciated.
and you're expecting him to do like basically what Florian Wirtz is going to do, basically. Do you get what I'm saying? But when you go back and think of the games, how we lost certain games, like was it because of it? Like there were times when like, our Soboslai should be dropped, like in certain games. Bringing Jones, Jones came in, Jones didn't do nothing. So I don't know. That's just my take on it. So
So what are you giving him, mate? A 9?
I would have given him a 9. Yeah.
I'm sticking with 8.5. What about you, Drift? Drift?
8.5 for Sobo.
Salah.
Alcantara.
Salah Cantara. We need to make a new one.
Yeah. Alcantara.
Yeah.
What a season by the man.
Different.
Crazy.
Um,
I think I'd go on record as to say he just had the best season he'll ever have. I don't think he can top 57 goal contributions. That's insane.
Don't underestimate Salah. A
It
lot of
depends
people.
I'm
on
not
how-
underestimating him. I just think at his age, I think he just had his best season.
Salah never played alongside Florian Wirtz. We're about to find out.
Yeah, it's for real.
No, but the thing is, Wirtz is going to take some of the workload off. So maybe he might get the numbers, but I don't think his overall performances maybe then will be as like.
He might not need them. He might get more clear-cut chances.
You see how Salah has to do? He still has to kind of
Maybe.
pick up the ball, drive of it, create. What can now happen is just a quick, sharp 1-2. Like, put like this.
Yeah,
this
maybe you lot are right. Maybe
could be a
you're
bit
right.
mad still. I can't lie.
Jota.
Oh, stinky,
boy.
bro. You know what?
All
This
right,
is
are we
what-
being? If we go as low
I'm
as
saying,
a certain number-
I'm going to rip off the band-aid.
Say it.
It's 4.
Say it.
In fact,
I was
it's 3.
I was saying 3. I'm saying 3. He was poor.
Drift, you're outvoted, but what's your rating for Jota?
I know some of his performances are absolutely dire, but he still scored 9 goals.
Jota did not score 9 goals.
He did. I just look. He got 3 assists and 9 goals. He got 12 GA this season.
Not in the
In
Prem,
all comps.
all comps.
In all comps, yeah.
I need to double check that. You know why it sounds fishy? Because sometimes transfer market can't be trusted, apparently. Them man lie sometimes, you know.
No, but if you think about it, I can kind of remember these goals.
I don't even remember Jota scoring 9 goals. That's how bad
Because
it
some of
is.
Jota's goals are actually important. He got the
Yeah.
winner against Ipswich, if I'm not mistaken. He got
Yeah,
the winner against Everton.
You got the opening goal against Ipswich. You got the winner against Crystal Palace.
If Jota got 9 goals, that
Oh, well,
shocked
yeah,
me.
opening goal is still important. So yeah.
Oh
and
my
then-
days, you're right. He got. Do you know what it is? It's because he got 6 in the Prem. I don't
Like,
remember
he
the
also,
ones
he
in.
also missed big chances. Like that Ipswich game, he missed an easy chance. The Crystal Palace game, he should have been on he should have had a hat trick.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm not.
Stinky,
I'm
bro.
gonna go 4. I'm gonna go 4.
I'm going
But
3.
I'm just saying, I think even though he had a terrible season, especially by his own standards, 12 GA for a terrible season ain't shabby, you know. Like if we go look at some of the other players like Martinelli's and Trossards and all that, I wonder if they've even got more than 12 GA and they play.
I'm not
every
even thinking about the GA. Fam. I'm just thinking about
performances as well.
Ballon d'Or nominee Pacho locked him up. Just saying.
You and this Pacho hype is crazy.
Should we rip the band-aid off
Serious
Chiesa?
headache, man.
I don't even know if Chiesa can be given up. Like, how many minutes did Chiesa play?
Probably 150, probably. Like,
You know, out of
Wow.
curiosity, I'm actually gonna see how many.
I'm gonna guess he got about 300 minutes all season.
Matt, what do you think? Guess.
I know he played on 4 games. That's 90. Then he plays in 260.
You're not gonna be absolutely shocked. He played 466 minutes.
No, he didn't.
In all
He did.
comps.
Six appearances in the Prem, 3 in the Champions League, 2 in the FA Cup, 3 in the League Cup.
6 in the Prem stinks.
He played
100
6 minutes in the Prem, did you say?
6 appearances. In
Oh, I
the
was going
Prem.
to say
No,
impossible.
appearances.
Yeah, impossible.
He got
Remember,
104 minutes.
none of them were hardly starts. Maybe like
But
one was a start or two.
I don't think
He
started.
basically played 100. It's almost like Slot did this on purpose. 104 minutes in the league, 107 minutes in the Champions League, 130 minutes in the FA Cup, 120 minutes in the League Cup. It's like
He wants to
Slot
go
made
back
him
home as
play
well, you know, I
100
don't
minutes
blame
in every competition.
Yeah, it stinks bad, man. It stinks.
Yeah.
And to be fair to him, he got 4 GA, 2 goals, 2 assists.
What's his rating, guys?
I'll go 4 for Chiesa.
Chiesa was bad, man.
Was it bad or he just wasn't played that much?
Yeah,
he just
but
wasn't
bit
played that
I'll
much.
say 4. I'll say 4.
I'm
I was
going
gonna say 3, but I'll go 4.
Again, let's stick with it. Darwin Núñez.
Lord have mercy.
I'll go 4 as well. There's no way Núñez is worse than Jota this season.
I'd say they're about the same.
That's what
The
I'm saying.
whole
There's no way Núñez is worse than Jota this
No,
season.
but I can justify, even if you don't agree with it, I can justify why I think it's a 3.
So what, Matt? You think Núñez is worse than Jota this season?
I think
I think they're the exact same.
No, but I need to know how Matt can justify that Jota was better than Núñez.
all right, do you want me to justify it?
Yeah, please. I'm actually very intrigued as to how Jota was better than Núñez.
Give me 1 second. I'm just double checking something to make sure that I'm factually correct.
And don't just go, because he missed that chance or whatever.
I'm not, bro. Them chances. All right, cool. So
Jota missed way worse chances than Núñez this season.
No, he didn't.
what?
Yes, he did.
No, he
Some
didn't.
of
This is
his
why we can't
misses
talk about
were
Darwin. Are you
outrageous.
forgetting? Are you forgetting the pass from Soberslide to it? All right. You know
Yeah.
what?
Do you know how many open headers Jota missed this season? About 4.
So
Anyway,
Núñez has
go on.
5 goals in the Prem, so 1 less than Jota, and he's got 7 overall. Jota
No,
had
but it's
9.
not just about the GA. It's about the performances. At least there were times when Núñez was playing well, even if he didn't score.
But there were
assist.
times in Jota
Jota
actually
was
playing
like,
well.
there were times Jota wasn't playing well or
No, but there was
scoring
times,
well.
yeah, but before Jota got that horrible injury, there were some games when Jota was playing well, he just wasn't scoring. Because, like I said, people sleep on that Palace game. That's the first half against Palace at Sellers Park. Some of the best football I saw that season just gone.
Right,
I'm not joking.
The finishing was terrible that game, though, Matt.
Yeah, no, but the finish foot, anyway, the Darwin, I would have said 3, like put them in the poor category, but them man there will stink, bro.
Yeah, both of them in that same. Both of them for me are 3s.
I said Jota was a 3. Núñez is a 3.
Oh,
You
so
said
you
4
gave him
though.
the same rating. I thought you was trying to justify that Jota was better than him.
No, but you see how quick you were to try and see. What I'm saying because you
No,
love
but
the
when
player,
I said 4, you went like that, and it was like, what, you think Jota was better
can
than
I-
him?
I'm
you
gonna-
didn't even know what I was gonna say, bro. I
That's
just
the question to you, Drift.
Yeah.
What did Núñez do that was better than Jota this season?
He had, until obviously like towards the end when we started realizing he knew he was being left out.
No,
'cause he
but that
wasn't
has to
liked
be
or
included.
whatever.
That's part of his season.
No, but there's that once the manager kind of alienated him, it's kind of harsh to judge him because
He alienated
anybody would have
himself.
felt
He
the way he
alienated
felt in
himself.
that moment.
He still alienated himself.
I personally think that there was a lot more work rate and a lot more overall contribution to the team than Jota. If we take stats out of it, I just think he ran harder, he pressed better. There were more. He looked more like he was involved more than Jota throughout the season. Whenever they both played, Jota ghosted so many games this season. It was at least Núñez would be like in the game and like, you know what I mean, being involved. I just think Jota ghosted.
I think
More
Núñez
games.
ghosted as many games as Jota this season.
I disagree, but fair
Uh,
enough.
Gakpo.
I gave them both the same rating. It's not like I rated one higher than the other.
You gave him a 4, innit?
So that's what I gave Jota.
Oh, if we gave Jota a 3.
No, I gave Jota a 4 as well.
Gakpo.
9.
Yeah, Gakpo was brilliant.
Gakpo
10 or
was
11 games in a row that went under the radar.
Scoring at
I-
Anfield as
I
well.
also think it went under the radar that Gakpo's one of the reasons we might not beat PSG because he got that injury and he was banging form going up to
Carl
that
looks
point.
disappointed, like you want to say something.
No, I don't think he was as good as Diaz this season. I think
He was in a different way though, isn't it?
I'll be honest. We sat here a few times and said, "Go, Cody Gakpo ghosted some games." We did.
No,
We genuinely.
Gakpo was more. Gakpo
Yeah,
was
but look
more
how many standout
consistent,
moments
bro.
he had, though.
Gakpo was more consistent. It's just that when Cody came back from injury, he found it hard to pick up form. But if you go look at the majority of the season,
but this is what I'm saying, guys. If we're doing a season rating, we can't just
yeah,
look at
as
the
a
good
whole,
bits. We have to look at the whole season. So
yeah.
even though there's context to it, but when he came back from injury, his form was really bad.
And still got goals.
I wouldn't say
when he came back from
really
injury,
bad.
he didn't.
Bro, when he came back from injury, he still got a couple of goals,
No,
you know?
when his form picked up, he scored goals. But bruv, when he was in bad form, don't you remember we were sitting there going, there was no point in him being on the pitch.
Bro, Diaz stopped scoring
that
from
was PSG
September
when he
and
was
came
actually
back in
still
like
injured, like,
December.
he was
Newcastle
actually
game,
still
did he come off
injured.
the bench in the Newcastle game as well, or was he not
That
available?
was when he looked like he was actually still
Cal,
injured, Cal. Like
you
it
was-
wasn't even. He shouldn't even.
You
have been
was telling
playing.
me Diaz didn't score in the Prem for like 2 months, bro.
No, I agree. But I also think Diaz's peaks were better than Gakpo's, for example.
No, but bro, Gakpo went
And
10
Diaz
games in a row.
Diaz had played through the
Nah.
middle, and the games in a row, I think, were home games. They weren't all just games.
No.
in a row.
They're just saying the game. You see that the game scored in a row. That was at Anfield. That was at Anfield. That was at
Because everyone just acts like he went on his.
No,
bit
but that's
everywhere
the
everywhere he
massive
went.
feat, though. That
No,
means
it's a
consistent.
massive feat, but
Yeah.
there were still away games in that run as well.
I mean, if we're gonna, I don't know, man. If we're really gonna do that,
I just think we have to
I
look at the
think
entire
Cody.
season.
I think Cody was good this season.
Cody's definitely a 9 for me.
Yeah, I'm giving Cody a 9 as well. 25 GA. Yeah, man, 9.
Pretty Cody.
So you guys think he was on the same level as Mac and Grav?
In a different way, bro. Like,
My ratings are slightly different, so I'm not looking at.
All right, forget your Grav rating. Do you think he was as good as Mac this season? You don't, or else you guys
Probably
would have
very,
said
no.
straight
I was
away.
gonna say probably very close. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Cal, you know what it is,
One's an
Cal?
attacker, one's a
It's in
midfielder.
different way because they're different positions in the
Cody
field.
Gakpo
So, like,
was integral as to why we won the league.
I never said he wasn't. I'd have gone 8 or 8.5 for Cody.
That's not bad.
Cody-
I wouldn't be. I'm not mad.
Yeah,
at
I'm
you,
not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
he's like a 6 or
Cody got
8 or
18
I'm saying
goals
I
and
don't
7
think he was-
assists.
I'm saying I don't think he was as good as Mac, Grav, Kelleher, or Allison.
All right, this is the better way for me to ask this question. Name me a better left winger in the league than Cody Gakpo this season.
But Drift, you just shut down Drift when he said, what about like Jota's stats in comparison to Martinelli and Trossard? Forget about the others. We talk about us.
No, but I'm talking about the league.
No, but we talk about us though.
Okay, but for us, who was the best left winger? It's like they were exactly the same, except for the other one played.
Gakpo was our best left winger this season.
Yeah, because Diaz plays more centrally. Or Stats play more centrally.
Yeah, hands down. That's not even a debate.
Yeah, so you're the best left winger in the team and in the league, arguably, and you're putting up numbers and production, but because he got injured and came back and was a little bit iffy, he's not a 9.
No, I'm putting in context of that, but also the players who are given a 9. I don't.
No, but you're thinking too much about other players. It's about just think about the player. Because I tried to do that before and it doesn't work.
I'd go 8.5. I'd go 8.5 for Gakpo.
Fair enough. Because when I tried to do the Soboslai Endo thing, that got shut down immediately.
Do you know the other reason why I'm propping Cody up to a 9 as well? Because he was brilliant in the run to get into the final with the League Cup. Like he kind of was the reason we got to the final.
That's Cody's cup, you know. I can't.
Yeah, like he's Cody. I think he scored in every
5
round
and 6.
Like that.
Yeah, he was excellent.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
I think
lie.
the final
It's a bit
was the
of,
only game he ever scored in. I think
it's a bit of what's that phrase? Trying to think of the phrase, but that cup obviously like
he bads up the small teams. Let's be fair, he bads up the small teams.
bit.
I'm not saying he hides against the big teams, by the way, because he scored against Man United.
He really does look at them small teams and think I'm getting
small teams.
He goes ham. Because 5 and 6 is crazy.
Diaz.
It's either a 9 or a 9. I'm probably gonna go with 9.
I'll go with 9 as well.
Yeah, 9 for me as well.
Yeah.
I'm happy for Diaz and Cody to have the same.
Yeah, both of them were serious. I can't lie.
Mm.
And then finally, on a slot,
Alcantara.
We don't even. Yeah. First season.
I know we messed up in the cup competitions, but to win the league in your first season at a canter Alcantara.
Yeah, facts.
I'm not even going to sweat the small
Bro,
stuff.
we would have given him a 10 if we won the league by 1 point. It's his first season. You've come from the Dutch league. No one really rated you. No one really gave you a chance. We was all written off. You're trying to be too much like Jurgen Klopp. You're never going to be Klopp. You haven't got aura. People are because he's bald. I'm sorry, what? Because he's bald. What does that even mean? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, brother, this guy is a serious tactic.
Eric, innit? They're comparing it to Eric.
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah.
No, but it was that lazy narrative. Oh, a Dutchman from the Dutch league, bald-headed guy. Oh, we've seen what Ten Hag has done. You guys are just going to get the same person.
It's because no one rates the Eredivisie either.
Yeah, that's true. They don't rate it high enough. But it's so crazy. One of the best left wingers in the Premier League is actually from the Eredivisie. Yeah.
Yeah. Indeed, it is. Indeed, it is. Right. People, all that's left to do is let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Were we too harsh with the rankings? Were we too generous? Or were we spot on? Let us know.
They're definitely going to get at me about Robbo. I'm just waiting for it.
I mean, you brought it on yourself, bro.
You're doing some self-snitching, but you know why? You got a guilty conscience, my brother.
No, you know what? I'm sure there will be a few people that will agree with me, but the people who crash out on him are going to have a go at me. We'll see.
Well, we'll see. Are you going to crash out or are you going to agree? People, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to this channel. Enough love, enough blessings. Until we see you again, stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish. We're out, people. Take care.
Peace.